In the mid-1990s, the internet was exploding, a vast frontier of untapped potential. Millions of new websites appeared every year, each promising to be the next big thing. Yet amidst this digital gold rush, a colossal problem loomed. Finding anything online was a daunting challenge. Early search engines like AltaVista, Yahoo Directory, and Lycos scrambled to impose order on the web's chaotic sprawl. But their results were notoriously unreliable, easily manipulated by those savvy enough to exploit their simplistic algorithms. According to technology reports from the era, many search engines ranked pages based on keyword frequency. This meant savvy webmasters could easily game the system. The burgeoning internet needed a more sophisticated approach to search. One company seemed poised to seize this opportunity: Microsoft. By the late 1990s, Microsoft reigned supreme in the tech world. Its Windows operating system ran on most personal computers, and Internet Explorer had swiftly conquered the web browser market. Microsoft wielded vast resources, with financial filings from the time revealing billions in annual revenue. For many, it seemed inevitable that Microsoft would dominate the future of online search. However, in a university lab in California, two graduate students were quietly working on an idea that would challenge this assumption. In 1996, amidst the vibrant intellectual atmosphere of Stanford University, PhD students Larry Page and Sergey Brin embarked on a project. Their approach was revolutionary. They proposed that the links between websites could serve as indicators of importance. This concept evolved into an algorithm known as PageRank. PageRank evaluated not just the quantity of links to a site, but the significance of the linking pages. As documented in research papers from the Stanford Digital Library Project, this system markedly improved search result relevance. Their experimental search engine, aptly named Google, was poised to redefine how users navigated the web. By 1998, Google had transitioned from a bold idea to a fledgling company. Its first office was a humble garage in Menlo Park, California, a hallmark of Silicon Valley lore. Early investors, including the renowned venture capital firm Kleiner Perkins, recognized the potential and provided crucial funding. Historical venture funding reports indicate that Google secured around $25 million in early investments. Yet, compared to the tech giants of the era, it remained a small player. Google's homepage stood in stark contrast to its competitors, featuring only a sparse logo and a single search box. This minimalist approach underscored their commitment to delivering the best possible search results. As Google's popularity surged, it captured the attention of Microsoft, which began to perceive the emerging threat. In the early 2000s, Microsoft responded by launching its own search engine services under the MSN banner. The company later introduced Windows Live Search and eventually rebranded it as Bing. Microsoft invested billions in search development, as reflected in product announcements and company reports. However, by then, Google's momentum was undeniable. Users increasingly gravitated towards Google, appreciating the speed and relevance of its search results. Meanwhile, a seismic shift loomed on the horizon, poised to alter the internet's economic landscape: advertising. In 2000, Google unveiled AdWords, an innovative advertising system. It eschewed traditional banner ads in favor of contextually relevant text ads aligned with user queries. Advertisers could bid on keywords, paying only when users clicked their ads. According to Google's early advertising documentation, this pay-per-click model revolutionized digital advertising. Revenue soared, enabling Google to reinvest in its infrastructure and technology, solidifying its market position. As the mid-2000s approached, search had firmly established itself as one of the internet's most lucrative enterprises. Microsoft ramped up its efforts to compete, launching Bing in 2009 as a revamped search platform. A strategic partnership with Yahoo allowed Bing to power Yahoo's search technology. This alliance aimed to bolster Microsoft's competitive edge against Google's growing dominance. Yet, as Microsoft and its allies endeavored to capture market share, Google continued to expand its ecosystem beyond search. Gmail debuted in 2004, followed by Google Maps in 2005 and Android in 2008. Company announcements and Android adoption statistics revealed that these services attracted billions of users into Google's orbit. More users led to more data, and more data yielded superior search results. The battle for search supremacy was far from over, with both companies vying for influence in a rapidly evolving digital world. As Google expanded its reach, the company's strategy evolved beyond just search. This diversification was not merely a defensive maneuver against Microsoft, but a bold assertion of its ambition to become a central figure in the digital world. Google's suite of products was interlinked, each feeding into the other, creating a feedback loop of data and user engagement. Gmail, with its generous storage offering, revolutionized email services. Google Maps redefined navigation, making digital maps a staple for everyday users. Each innovation drew more users into Google's ecosystem, strengthening its core search product. Meanwhile, Microsoft faced an uphill battle. Despite its resources and determination, catching up with Google's lead in search proved challenging. Bing, although a competent search engine, struggled to differentiate itself significantly. Users had grown accustomed to Google's precision and simplicity. However, Microsoft's efforts were not without merit. Bing successfully carved out niches, particularly in image and video search. Its algorithms occasionally outperformed Google. Nevertheless, Google's brand had become synonymous with search, a formidable psychological barrier for Microsoft's marketing teams. In the realm of advertising, Google's AdWords, later rebranded as Google Ads, continued to innovate. The introduction of AdSense allowed website owners to monetize their content. Displaying ads relevant to their visitors further entrenched Google's advertising dominance. This advertising network accounted for a significant portion of Google's revenue, funding further innovation and expansion. The integration of ads with search results, email, and maps created a seamless advertising ecosystem. The mobile revolution presented both opportunities and challenges. With the rise of smartphones, the battleground for search and internet services shifted. Google's acquisition of Android in 2005 for a reported $50 million was a masterstroke. By 2008, Android had become the world's leading smartphone operating system, effectively positioning Google at the forefront of mobile search. This move ensured that Google's services were not only ubiquitous on desktops, but also in the pockets of millions worldwide. The synergy between Android and Google's suite of services drove mobile ad revenue, further consolidating Google's market position. Microsoft, too, recognized the potential of mobile technology. The company invested heavily in its Windows Phone platform, aiming to create a seamless integration between its desktop and mobile offerings. However, despite partnerships with major manufacturers and attractive features, Windows Phone struggled to gain traction. In a market dominated by Android and iOS, analysts cited a lack of apps and delayed adoption by developers as critical factors hampering its success. This setback underscored the challenges Microsoft faced in adapting to rapidly shifting digital landscapes. Amidst this backdrop, the importance of data became increasingly apparent. Google's ability to process vast amounts of user data allowed it to refine its search algorithms continually, offering faster and more accurate results. This data-driven approach extended beyond search, influencing product development and advertising strategies. Google's acquisition spree, which included companies like YouTube in 2006, further diversified its data sources and expanded its digital footprint. YouTube, in particular, became an essential part of Google's ecosystem, with its vast library of user-generated content attracting billions of views daily. Microsoft, recognizing the power of data, invested in its cloud services, launching Azure as a platform for enterprise solutions. Azure's growth was impressive, and it became a cornerstone of Microsoft's strategy to remain competitive in the tech industry. The cloud services offered by Azure and competitors like Amazon Web Services highlighted the shift towards cloud computing, where data storage, processing, and accessibility became key factors in business success. The competition between Google and Microsoft extended beyond products to include regulatory challenges. As both companies grew, they attracted the attention of regulatory bodies worldwide. Antitrust investigations, privacy concerns, and debates over data ownership became recurring themes. Google's dominance in search and advertising, and Microsoft's influence in software and enterprise solutions prompted scrutiny from governments seeking to ensure fair competition. These regulatory battles became a backdrop to the ongoing rivalry, influencing strategic decisions and shaping public perceptions. As the 2010s progressed, the digital landscape continued to evolve at a breakneck pace. New players emerged, technologies advanced, and consumer expectations shifted. Both Google and Microsoft adapted, leveraging their strengths to explore new frontiers. Google's ventures into artificial intelligence and quantum computing, alongside Microsoft's innovations in mixed reality and enterprise solutions, signaled their ongoing commitment to shaping the future of technology. The story of their rivalry was far from over, with each company poised to influence the next chapter of the Internet's evolution. The stage was set for new confrontations, alliances, and breakthroughs that would define the tech landscape for years to come. As the digital landscape matured, the narrative between Google and Microsoft took on new dimensions, reflecting the broader shifts within the tech industry. Both giants recognized artificial intelligence, AI, as the next frontier. Google's acquisition of DeepMind in 2015 underscored its commitment to leading in AI research and development. DeepMind's advancements, particularly in neural networks and machine learning, allowed Google to infuse AI into its search algorithms. This enhanced the personalization and relevance of search results. Google's AI initiatives, such as Google Assistant, demonstrated the potential of AI to transform user interactions with technology. Microsoft, too, was not idle in the AI race. The company integrated AI capabilities across its suite of products, embedding intelligent features into Office 365. Microsoft also launched the Azure AI platform. Microsoft's AI research lab produced breakthroughs that advanced natural language processing and computer vision. This enabled tools like Cortana and enhanced enterprise solutions. This strategic focus on AI helped Microsoft regain competitive momentum, particularly in business applications and cloud services. While search remained a core component of their rivalry, both companies ventured into new territories to secure future growth. Google's focus on hardware manifested in products like the Pixel smartphone and Google Home smart speakers. This aimed to create a seamless integration of hardware and software. Google's hardware strategy, combined with its Android ecosystem, offered users a cohesive digital experience. This reinforced its brand loyalty. Microsoft's strategic pivot towards cloud computing and enterprise services bore fruit as Azure gained market share. By 2020, Azure had become a formidable competitor to Amazon Web Services, according to market reports. Azure was a significant revenue driver for Microsoft. This shift towards cloud services positioned Microsoft as a leader in providing scalable solutions for businesses globally. This showcased its adaptability and foresight. The tug-of-war between the two tech titans extended to ethical considerations and corporate responsibility. Privacy became a battleground, with both companies navigating complex issues around data collection and user consent. Google's approach involved transparency initiatives like its data privacy tools, These tools allowed users to manage their information actively. Meanwhile, Microsoft emphasized its commitment to user privacy in its marketing. Microsoft differentiated itself by advocating for robust data protection laws and ethical AI development. The ongoing regulatory scrutiny highlighted the broader societal impact of their technologies. Antitrust investigations into Google's advertising practices and Microsoft's software dominance reflected growing concerns about the influence of tech giants. These challenges prompted both companies to engage in dialogue with policymakers. They shaped regulations that would ensure fair competition and protect consumer interests. As the narrative unfolded, the rivalry between Google and Microsoft illustrated the dynamic nature of technological innovation. Their competition spurred advancements that shaped the digital era, setting benchmarks for efficiency, connectivity, and user experience. Yet, as technology continued to evolve, new players and unforeseen challenges emerged, promising to redefine the landscape once more. In the ever-shifting world of technology, the story of Google and Microsoft serves as a poignant reminder of the relentless pursuit of innovation. This pursuit drives the industry forward. The future holds infinite possibilities,